The world always changes, but one thing is still the same. Even the strongest pass through Oz Gate. So when you fight, fight with honor, because cowards die forgotten, and they wait for you. On the other side.
When will you pass through?
Oh, we're in.
Hello! Howdy. Welcome to Everyone's Being Normal All the Time.
Yeah.
My name is Steve Boshier, and I will be your game master for the evening.
Hey. And I'm Alan. I'll be playing the good old Eddie Bones. Welcome to the Bone Zone. Who's ready? It's bone time.
That's just going to be the game for...
Yes.
The Bominator. Yeah.
Hello, I am Yuri. I am playing Captain Admiral Sally One-Eye.
Captain Admiral Sally.
The warrior.
Admiral?
Yes.
Capmural.
Howdy. Apparently, I am a Pokemon trainer called Max.
Like that one, huh?
And I am playing the blind sage Corinthian Briar.
Woot!
Toot, toot, toot.
And I'm Sarah, and I am playing everybody's favorite chat bot.
Dear
Teacher.
Dear teacher, I have an issue with my order.
I was thinking more like, hey teacher, can you provide a 5-paragraph essay on the causes of the fall of the Roman Empire?
No.
But
Which is, you can't though.
yeah. Many things caused the fall of the Roman Empire.
If you wrote the essay for them, you wouldn't be a teacher.
But they would read
Isn't
the
that right?
essay and then they
That is true. That is true.
Roman Empire.
You'd be an enabler.
Yeah.
It's a really good... I don't want to get...
Okay, I won't get into the philosophy of it, but I feel like we are technically enablers because we're teaching them the material, so then we're telling, like, we give them the information and then they write what they learned about, so...
You're wrong.
Well, you have see what you do is like there's many causes. Which one of the following pick 3 of the following? And it's
Welcome to our gaming show. We're playing Worlds Without Number. This is Shadows of Archonia 2, our weekly Worlds Without Number live stream campaign. However, this is the last one for the month because next week is Thanksgiving here in the good old US of A.
It's all about...
You don't have to do that.
It's all about invasions.
America! Fuck yeah!
Sheesh. Everyone got real sad. Everyone got real sad for a second.
Oh, wow.
Who wants to go to the casino?
So next week, we're going to be gone. Sarah and I will be gone all week. There won't be a Monday show. There won't be a Friday show. But when we come back, it will be December.
And we probably won't play December.
We will play the first 2 weeks of December.
If we're lucky.
if no one gets hurt or anything.
If no one has to do family
No one
plans.
eats some bag of gummies that they find in their brother's room.
If Max doesn't have to go to 5 different weddings.
No weddings.
Stay tuned in December for something special. Anyway,
Claws.
Surprise wedding?
God, I hope not.
that's not on the stream.
Okay.
No, this is episode 45. Episode 46 will be December 6th. That's the date of the first Friday, right? 6th. Anyway, yeah, so if you don't know the channel, like I said, the Shadows of Archonia, we mostly do this campaign on Friday nights. Occasionally, we dip into other campaigns, usually also set in the world of Archonia, not always. On Mondays, we do a whole other show called Tales from the Backlog, and that's where we try out lots of different games with a rotating cast of players. It doesn't usually rotate very fast, but it does rotate. And yeah, we are in the middle of a Vaesen game, a Vaesen 2-shot over there, which we had to cancel this week's session because of cast problems. But that sounds like bad. It wasn't bad. It was just like there was a problem. Some cast had a problem, and we couldn't do it this week. And we'll be back next month, I guess, because we'll be gone next week to finish that out, and then maybe we'll do Root. I don't know about that. I don't know what's next. There was talk of Death in Space as well. We'll see. Content warning.
Is dying in space.
Content warning for this show. This is a dark fantasy show intended for adults. If you stick around, you may be exposed to horror themes, descriptions of brutal violence, sexual content,
Blood, sex,
foul language,
fuck,
Max, and other things of an adult nature. The most adult of all, Max.
I'm sorry.
He spells his name with 3 X's.
Oh wow! Yes.
When you came around, I was the one who cursed the most.
I had to give a run for your money, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's it for that. Please join our Discord. If you like what we do, you can come hang out and talk to us. You don't even have to like what we do. You can just talk to us anyway. You can tell us we suck, but do it in our Discord so we can get this community up.
And don't be a bot.
Yeah, and
We'll
if you
kick
do
you
like
out.
what we do, you can check us out on Patreon.
I will give you a full Turing test when you enter the Discord.
Yeah.
Alan has the sheets. It's a
Yeah.
flow chart.
Yeah.
Mapped out, never fails. He
Never
kicked me
fails.
out once. False positive, but maybe not.
You don't know.
Yeah, so the Patreon. We have a Patreon. We got some people in there who like to help support us. And if you like us, maybe you'd like to help support us as well.
Yeah.
Every little bit helps. Keep the show on the air, on the internet.
Think of it like a Christmas present.
Oh wait, 500 subs. Let's go.
Oh, and 500 subs. Let's go.
On
Five,
YouTube.
505. Woo! Hey, thank you all, you guys.
We can
Yeah,
finally accept super chats. Right?
only took 5 years. But we went from like 300 to 500 just this year. So something's changed.
It's those shorts.
The shorts.
That's
yeah,
true.
The shorts are
Shorts are helping.
1-minute character builders.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Misery's reminded me to mention the Patreon pre-show. That's a benefit only available to patrons. You can watch us hang out for 15 minutes before we start doing this, and that goes up the next day. So patron-only benefit there. It's a lot of fun. You can see us when we're not on. If you
Some
call
fun
this-
combos.
If you call this on,
I would.
yeah, all right. But yeah, we're going to be able to monetize the YouTube channel
Ooh.
today. I went and filled out the forms. It's processing. It's not ready tonight. It takes a couple days, but we're going to be doing that. We'll be
Capitalism. Let's go.
Will we have
Capitalism.
ads?
Monetize your hobbies. All right. So, episode 44 is over. You guys did not cure lycanthropy, but you did find a way to keep it at bay. You also learned some interesting factoids about it, like it seems to have something to do with the nanotech
Yeah.
that Destiny has been using in all of his abilities.
Question.
Yes, sir.
Do we get any coins from last week?
Well, let's find out.
Brother.
Yeah.
Good question to ask.
Oh, those coins.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like currency in game. I'm like,
No,
the fuck
no,
did we do?
No, Sally got some coins. She pocketed some gold from the
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Don't translate to these.
No, Not
Can
yet.
they?
You roll a d20, see how many you already lost gambling on the way to the giant king.
What?
No, there's a rule. The charter states that there's no gambling while the ship is going.
But you're not on the ship.
That's true.
I don't know why you said that.
Seven.
You guys are fully parked.
7.
You didn't actually go gambling, I was joking. So you got 7 gold coins.
Yes.
Okay, so what'd you get coins for last week? First of all, you found Sally's dad. Coin for that.
Yay.
Second of all, you fought Sally's dad. Coin for that. Third of all, you survived Destiny's first sort of attempt to kill you.
I punched him out.
You punched me.
You punched Corinthian Briar.
Same thing.
But
Not same thing. Do not correlate those two.
Next time I'll get your eyes.
Oh my god. You already have them.
oh, Misery has a good point. How big are the coins?
Yeah, they're giant.
no, but the
It was a dragon
you took them
horde.
from the treasure room, so
Yeah.
you would have
Yeah.
taken regular size coins. Yeah.
Size of
What else happened?
We
All of the swinging around
We
gets
will-
you a point. I think.
Yes.
we were able to make Sally's dad not crazy anymore.
That was
Right.
True.
I solved
You
the
did solve
mystery.
it. You did solve it. Even though,
You're welcome.
yeah.
Sally
Even though
didn't
Thank you.
understand
One I
what
solved it
happened.
at the same time. I was prepared for one eye to solve it, but you solved it simultaneously. So there you go. There's your coins for last week.
We also didn't take any damage while fighting Sal.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, but the giants did.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you the tunnel collapsed.
Yeah.
Tunnel collapse while you're
We're all
in it.
It's okay.
Roll deck
it's
save.
okay.
Everyone roll 4d100.
It's okay. One eye teleported.
I think I can survive that.
Teleported us out of there before it got crushed.
So the last thing that happened was you guys were summoned by King Deepstone, the giant king.
Deep dish.
Yeah.
Are we
Right.
outside of the treasure room, or where are we in the
I
caverns?
believe you are right outside the treasure room.
Okay. And we're being summoned.
Yes, that's right.
Because there's distant
So-
rumbling, ominous rumbling, thumping noises.
And
No, that's not why. That rumbling was the guard coming to get you.
Oh, I missed
and
that.
Sal is with us.
And the gnomes are ready with our weapons of.
It's
Well, I don't think we should tarry, and maybe.
I'm
Well-
sorry. I think One Eye took Seth.
no, he's still with us.
No, I do think.
No, because he was gonna take.
One Eye went to get Maul.
Oh.
Yeah, he was gonna take Sal initially if we couldn't cure his madness, but since he's stable now, he's with us.
Well, he would have taken him back to the family.
One I went to go bite
But
my
he,
mom.
He didn't. Yeah, he went bite. No, he went to go Arcanite her. Arcanite
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, because now Sal is also an Archon too,
He's not an Archon. He's an Arcanite.
like me,
Yeah, like you.
like Bones. I make sure to check on Sal to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, he's. I mean, psychologically, it's going to be a while. He's been a feral werewolf for like 20 years.
I give him the best cabin in my ship.
You're
The
not on
second
ship.
best cabin.
Once
I was gonna
again,
say-
you guys are standing in a hallway
we're not.
surrounded by giant guards who have come to get you.
If
Well, let's go.
perhaps,
go indeed.
Admiral, if I may, perhaps the giant should take your father to an infirmary to check on him while we have conversation with the big honcho.
We have Eddie. Eddie's a healer par excellence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he can read.
and I don't want. Personally, I want Sal to stay with us because it took us this long to even meet him. I don't want to take my eyes off of him.
And I don't want a giant that's destined to stomp on my paw.
Exactly.
Just a suggestion. I didn't want that to be a hindrance as we continued on.
But I thank you for your suggestion, brother Briar. And I'm sorry for that shiner.
We all have scars. That's fine.
Remember, the table is loud.
Oh yeah. You did mention since I bite Sal, I now change with all 4 moons. When's the next moon?
Now.
Roll for initiative.
You're not necessarily going to change, but you are going to have to do the roll.
Yeah.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
Man, you guys see that moon tonight?
It's not tonight. It might be tomorrow.
But we don't know this. But do you know it?
In character, you don't know.
In character, he doesn't know yet because he bit Sal. Some energy went into him and then went out, but he didn't even see that because you saw that. And so right now, Eddie's just happy that
You also saw it too.
I saw it too.
yeah. So
Sally.
You did. You picked up the static through your wireless connection. So you didn't see exactly what. You guys had two different pieces of the puzzle.
Okay.
Sally didn't notice Jack.
well, let's go meet this king.
I do want to chat with you later. It doesn't have to be now regarding that frightful bite that you've had.
That I delivered.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was.
It's just something that I was noticing. I don't know if it's anything, but might as well be spoken about.
It was so good to bite down on him like that. It was great.
It hurt. It electrocuted.
Oddly, I do feel a little different, but it's probably not.
Just the cat.
Once again, we'll have a chat when we're back on the ship.
I'm sure everything's fine.
Like Stonehammer, do you know why we would be summoned at this time?
Well, I did maybe overstep a bit, offering up the king's treasure hoard to people that he hadn't met.
You know, that is true. We did rush straight there.
Under my robe.
You're right. We didn't greet your king.
But he's my cousin, and we grew up together.
I love this.
You don't have to raise your hand. I can't see it any better than I can. Like, you're still way down there.
Was your king not at that big meeting I had with all the races when I told him about Destiny and everything?
No, that was me. I was there.
Oh, you were there. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Not all giants look the same.
How would you know? Just kidding.
I'm merely speculating, much like I mean, everyone's. It doesn't matter.
Take 1d6 damage.
My back is broken.
Sorry, let me put you back where you were.
No, God. Don't move me, please. Just leave me to die.
Nice.
So I crawl over there.
Well, lead the way.
So, yeah, just to clarify, the people that were at that meeting were ship captains. Those are the highest ranking. Sally, as an admiral, is probably the highest rank, a self-appointed admiral, highest ranking person there.
This frames up the whole entire meeting so much more than I had originally thought it was. I thought it was like kings and queens who were there. So it was just
a group of people.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Awesome. But oh my god.
I mean, technically, Enon Beck,
was the only
but he was in a stone. So he was
Yeah.
the highest ranking person,
yeah.
but he was in a rock.
But they were still pretty high up there, captains and admirals.
Yeah, some of them. I mean,
Respected,
You're,
yeah.
you're now learning that the giant captain is the king's cousin. So it's
Right.
they had influence, but yeah, they were. Yeah, you guys would have known that at the time. You were not
Yeah.
talking to like it wasn't a bunch of kings who came to save the bird people from zombies.
Yeah,
That's-
it was
Yeah.
high-ranking generals, but
Yeah,
and captains, but it wasn't.
yeah.
I wonder
leaders.
if this is gonna come back to bite us.
No.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh.
We spoke
I don't know how
to
evil
their
this guy is yet.
high-ranking representatives, and Eddie presented a very strong case. Now we
Yeah.
just need to do that again. Eddie, you can do that again, right?
Yeah, just roll for persuasion once more.
That's right.
What is roll for persuasion?
After a few miles,
Yeah, walking and
the
talking.
giants get tired of slowing down for you.
Look, we're ready.
Just carry it.
Yeah, Stormhammer and Stonefoot are gonna like turn to you guys and be like, "Do you guys mind if we just like give you a lift?"
Dibs on the head. I want to right on top of your head.
How about
The shoulder.
shoulder?
Dibs on left shoulder. I have a preference.
So,
Doesn't help me sleep any better. I just lack it.
why don't we let Stonefoot carry you two, and then I'll carry you two.
All right.
I don't know who you pointed to, but it sounds great.
Basically, he wants the female giant to carry
Yeah.
the ladies.
All right. I'm not a lady.
I'm sorry to make assumptions about your gender.
Perfectly fine. I do prefer she/her.
Okay,
Onwards.
what's going on with that?
I wonder.
This is the first time I'm hearing it too, so.
I wonder if certain species even care about that. It's my speculation.
Let's get into it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's be this king.
just pondering.
We do have a civilization and gender seminar later tonight. You guys want to?
Where's your gambling hall?
Well, we have several. Did you want like the King's gambling hall or like
Sure.
Bobby's gambling?
Do we even have time for that, Admiral?
No.
No. Jinx.
All right, so they carry you. The pace speeds up a lot. They're not even running. They just their steps are
Yeah.
huge. And you. Well, we're gonna just fill time.
Come up with something amusing to talk about on the way.
Don't put trips.
Let's see.
What?
How long have you lived in a cave?
Well, we moved down here about 17 generations ago. Because it's just really hard to create structures, and for people our size, to create structures that stay up. The architectural skill required to create giant-sized buildings in city-level quantities. It's just easier to dig into the rock.
That makes sense. You utilize magic or technology, or both?
Both.
Oh, y'all friends with the small folk? No.
Which small folk?
No, it's not the
Smaller
goblins.
than you?
Oh, definitely smaller than me.
Well, we know dwarves.
Yes, the dwarves.
We know gnomes.
Could be the gnomes.
We know the goblins. I wouldn't say we're friends with them.
Who were the ones that were making all that ruckus during the battle at Quirk?
Well, there were gnomes and dwarves there. The loud ship was the gnome.
The gnomes there, yes.
Yeah.
Did they help you construct this area?
No, they have their own problems.
No.
Most of their people live under the empire of Darjan Ra.
What is that?
Really?
Do I know that?
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, I lost track.
Darjan Ra is the orc empire on the continent
Of course,
south
sorry.
of
Sorry.
Backdoor, where everyone lives.
And y'all would say that you are separated from that empire.
Darjan Ra?
Correct.
Yes, we are many thousands of leagues from there.
You'll have to excuse me. I, one, am blind and do not really know where I am at any given point. I was stationary over in the east for quite some time.
Well, let me show you on this map.
We are so far away. That's scary.
Speaking of this king, Should we mind our manners? Is he that kind of king, or?
Well, I mean, you should always mind your manners. He's not gonna like go off for no reason if that's what you're asking.
Well, I just know there's some kings in the past who are very like pompous asshole kids.
I also have a way.
Listen, maybe make your own judgment.
I have a way of speaking with royalty, so you would rather me talk during that. I can do my best.
Well, you know, I'm the leader of the group. I don't mind talking to... What was your king's name?
Sorry, I'm just noticing. We
Oh.
lost sound when switching. Oh, okay. Thank you, Misery. Apparently, we lost sound when we were on the map screen.
Oh.
And I just realized why that is. Sorry about that, everyone.
All our hilarious jokes.
Yeah.
We're just very, very far away from where we started in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We'll just probably cut that out later on. Anyway, we are entering the throne room now.
What's the guy's name? The king's name?
Deepstone.
Deepstone.
King Deepstone.
I'm in the mood for a tombstone right now.
I bow, but I'm sure if he can see me on Stonehammer's
look?
shoulder.
Come closer. This is Deepstone. He is in his throne. He is clearly a lot older than Stormhammer. The guards will take the caps of their giant spears and nudge you further forward.
Who's
Uh,
called for?
are they this old stone?
Deepstone?
Deepstone. Apologies. I was about to say tombstone. I was like, that's not it. Deepstone. Are they cursed?
Cursed? Oh, Destiny cursed? No.
Okay.
Okay, so I jump off Stonehammer's shoulder and go, "Hail, King
That's
Deepstone!"
20 feet.
Oh, should I roll for it?
Wait, you're going to anyway?
She will put you down.
Okay, Stonefoot, thank you.
Yeah.
I nudge you and kind of give you the like, they're okay. They're not cursed.
I take that with a grain of salt. I say, "Thank you, Brother Briar, for looking."
Which one of you is the human female?
That'd be me.
You're pointing at me.
No, I just point randomly.
I'd be like, "Hail, King Deepstone of the great giants who have defeated the dragons."
Yes, about that. It has come to my attention that my dear cousin told you that you could take some of our ancestors' hard-fought treasure and give it back to the dragons.
Oh, apologies for the haste, but I'm sure he told you of the great need that we are trying to use your treasure to trap the dragons once more and defeat them. It'll be a giant victory.
He explained that it has something to do with both liberating a human country and with the uprising of undead that happened here some months ago.
We don't know if those two things are tied, but there is the possibility with your old nemesis. There's always the potential for them to be even more greedy as they seek a bigger hoard. So much so that they'll eventually come back to take what you've taken.
Yes.
There has been a global uprising of the undead in strange and mysterious circumstances. It is intended not to be a taking of treasure, I say again, trying to shift the shield behind my back that I'm carrying from the treasure lord. But in a perfect world alone. Obviously it is putting it at risk, but it is not our intention to take anything on a permanent basis.
You misunderstand my concern. I am not overly worried about tiny trinkets that have been in storage for many generations. I am concerned about the attempt of one of my captains and his new friends to hold a large meeting in front of a lot of people to make a secret plan to overthrow some being that can look through everyone's eyes. Did it not occur to you that this would be problematic?
Yes.
No.
It did indeed. And it is a worrisome thought, but what choice do we have? Our enemy is great. He hides among us. We know not who they might be or where he might be lurking. All we can do... You do?
I do.
Well, I know one place he's lurking.
Well, we know the dragons
Yes.
are one point in which our enemy has taken control.
And that point is outside the harbor right now.
Sorry, is there a dragon outside the harbor?
Yes.
Oh,
There,
how exciting. That was the wrong reaction, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
A hostile, and he comes in hostility.
He sent a message along with some of our fishermen that we are to send you out to be devoured.
Is this just one dragon?
One's enough.
what color were they? Nope, just kidding. I'm not Annan right now. I saw the color as Annan. Never mind.
Do we still have
Scratch that.
Do we still have that gemstone, Captain?
We do indeed.
Maybe we can put this one to sleep.
And have him fall.
Yeah. Maybe.
Will that something like that work for a dragon?
Yes.
And would it show our hand too soon? But I guess it would be a test.
Perhaps.
Well, we're gonna have to go there anyway if we want to get to our shipwreck.
I think
Actually, I'll be surprised if he hasn't blown up our shipwreck.
What was your response, King Deepstone?
I told him that I would send for you immediately, which I did.
And what do you think will happen when we talk to him?
I can do something about looking into that. But I have a question in regards to how you're even treating this. Why? It feels to me like you're parlaying with this foe.
Do you have any idea how powerful the dragon is?
Oh, yes.
And I imagine that you were even more powerful, being that you've defeated them once.
Our distant ancestors defeated them in many wars over the course of centuries. We also lost many times. It is no small thing for 100 giants to fight one dragon.
Question.
Captain.
Do you have any stratagems for taking care of one dragon at the moment from the histories of your people?
I had hoped that your strategy might work. When Stormhammer told me of it, I thought it sounded okay. It seems unlikely that a dragon who has come here looking to do trouble will fall asleep.
At this point, I whisper to Eddie, I'm like, Eddie, can you shapeshift into a dragon and take the gem up with you?
I can't. I don't think I can. I can shapeshift into a dragon, but not the size of a dragon.
You must apologize for our consistent queries.
Wait.
By the way, I should have mentioned this is all being done through a translator. He doesn't
Okay.
speak. He doesn't speak English.
Is there like a window in this grand hall? Can we see the dragon from here?
You know what? Do a luck save.
What's luck again?
1d20.
1d20.
You roll over.
Oh, I have to be
It'd be
Meat-
higher than your luck.
meat or
Meat or beat, yeah.
Oh, brother.
Oh,
Ooh,
There's no windows.
no windows at all, man.
And you're too far underground. I had it in my head that maybe the King's Hall was like up. at the top of the city, but no.
Was there a particular, I don't know, timeline that he wanted us outside?
I don't imagine he will wait much longer. It has been a few hours.
Are your people safe?
For now, we
How-
are locked within this city.
Captain, how close is your ship to where the dragon is?
So, the king told you that the dragon is outside the harbor. You know that the harbor is the giant cave where you parked your ship. So, basically, your ship and Stormhammer's ship both inside this gigantic cavern, really, and the dragon just outside of it.
So even if we got into the ship and tried to escape, we would just run straight into him? There's no other way out of here?
Well, yes, I was going to, but yes.
There's no other way out of this place besides that cave?
There is, I mean, if you want to leave your ship and go out on the land side, inland side.
Well, there must be a way to contact the ship from here. Let them know to scurry around.
No, the problem is the ship's gonna hit.
There is no way a ship can sail out of that cavern without being seen by the dragon.
Yeah. We would be sacrificing our whole crew.
Which we're not going to do.
There is more than one exit from the cavern. You probably would have seen when you got in. There's you know there's kind of like two arches in and out, but you know from outside they're both very visible to a line.
So he's hanging out outside the cavern entrance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I will
So I think this may be where danger sense can come in, because walking into an ambush or doing something that would get us wounded or killed. If there are many different paths out of this place, I could probably feel which one could be the one that's going to lead us to death.
Okay, I don't.
Right?
You need to feel that, though. You already know there's a dragon out there.
No, in terms of sensing like which one would be the safer route to take,
Well-
rather than randomly just choosing something.
What are you like? What choice are you trying to choose between?
From what I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, that there are many different ways out of the cavern.
There's two exits, and they're both very visible.
Oh,
too.
fuck, never mind.
No, they're equally bad.
Is there a way to close off the cavern?
He did also mention if you want to go on foot and leave your ship, you can go inland. There's an exit over that way. But
Yes.
But we would have to...
close off the cavern, no.
I'd say let's do that.
Before we do, let us think critically for a second, and I'll lean. Actually, I'm going to look around myself. Can I now sense these nanites in anyone else other than Corinthian?
At the moment, you get a kind of sort of background hum. There are some people within the area who have them, but not in this room.
Okay. I'll think to myself for a second, like, let us think for a moment what it is that Destiny hopes to accomplish here. He has already attempted to attack us through your father, Admiral.
No, he couldn't
But-
control Sal.
And
Correct.
so now, but this must have been a secondary plan he put into action before that first plan even, or this was his primary plan, was to send specifically a dragon. Is this a power play to demonstrate to us that he knows of our plan?
What?
In which case the
Deepstone stands up suddenly. Got a weird look on his face. He's kind of looking off to the side, like thinking, "You're right. He would have had to tell the dragons that you were here a day or two ago. He would have had to tell them while you were still on your way.
My visions, perhaps.
So why would he then try to kill you in the way that he just did?"
Maybe this dragon would like to speak to us.
Maybe this dragon isn't controlled by Destiny?
maybe.
Lots
It
of
doesn't
maybes.
sound like.
Sorry,
Sorry.
I'm trying to remind you of something your characters already know. I'm trying to remember who knows this. I think Teacher knows it for sure, and I think Eddie and Sally would know it, but maybe not for sure. The dragons are not controlled.
Right. Sally knows.
They are
They're allies.
Allies.
Well,
So
here's
this-
kind of a Hail Mary.
This one might be offering a deal.
Well, maybe. That's a lot of maybes. But here's a Hail Mary.
Who?
It is a
it's a
realism, meaning a long shot.
yes. Back in the east, there's a Saint Mary.
Name of the second sister.
Anyway,
It means a crazy plan with very little chance of success.
Oh, like everything you do.
correct. I don't know if Destiny, and I tapped the diadem. One, he can't hear us or see us right now, but in my conversations, I think
Wait, did you say he can't hear us or see us?
he can't hear. Well, he can't take over my mind or see through me.
And then I tap. I'm like, this thing?
This thing, yes. I do think Destiny still wants me in one capacity or another. I don't think he would tell the dragons to kill me outright unless I am in direct opposition to him, which I've hopefully left it pretty ambiguous as to whether or not I will continue to side with him. I could go out and meet the dragon.
I don't like the idea of you going out there by yourself.
If this dragon is acting of his own accord and not on behalf of Destiny, then your value to Destiny has little meaning.
But if, on the other hand, it is there for Destiny and sees me, I don't think it would attack me.
You assume that it knows your value to Destiny. There is,
Well, if Destiny speaks through all and can take control, then
but does not speak through the dragons.
Give me 1 second. What will happen if I go out there and talk to the dragon myself?
Can you see this, Eddie?
I gotta see that.
That's
How
going to
would you
take
do by
him.
yourself?
I go out there and I go out there to meet the dragon and Sally's ship with everyone else.
With everyone, including
Yeah,
all these three
everybody.
and everybody. So you sail the ship out.
Yeah, we sail the ship out right in front of him because he said he wanted to
Devour.
devour us.
Yes.
So does he devour us?
If you sail the ship out like that, he will set it on fire immediately.
So we come out. He just shoots a fire.
Yep.
Just shoots a fire. Okay.
That confirms that.
So I say, yep, he's gonna kill us. If we go out there in any way.
Interesting.
that.
Do you have any cows?
How about me?
Oh, you were there.
No. If I go out there by myself to
No.
parlay with this dragon, not all of us.
Unfortunately, Eddie's power won't let him see that because he sees the future, but he sees it from his own perspective.
Then what good is that?
Eddie, if you were to fly out with just Brother Briar and with the gem,
He would kill us.
No,
or
you
just you two without the ship,
without the ship, just us walking, not the party.
just you two, what would happen
Are you asking about with the gem or without the gem?
with the gem?
With the gem.
And I spoke first.
I don't think that would matter, but
It might. I'm just saying.
well, let me visualize it.
Yeah, so Eddie, to give you kind of a flavor for what's happening here, the way your power works is a little bit different from his. Like, he asks, what's the outcome of such and such course of action? You just see the future.
Yeah.
So in order to see a different future, you have to now, like, commit yourself to the new course of action, say, that's what we're doing, and then use your power. And, but that's flavor, that's internal, how you're using
Yeah.
it here. Yeah. And also, I guess I have to ask Corinthian, are you doing the same? Because Eddie's seeing what's going to happen, right? So if you both decide we're walking out with the gem, then he'll see what would happen if you walk out with the gem.
Yes.
Okay. So what you see is that the giants will have shown you sort of a footpath exit to get out to the water near the harbor. And at first, when you get out there, the dragon doesn't see you because you're so small without a ship. But if you hold up the gem, it will catch the sun, and the dragon will come over and land, and lean down. Who's carrying the gem?
He's stronger.
He will lean way down and say, "You have brought me a gem."
Yes. What do you want?
I want to know what you want.
I want to save my friend Asarius from you.
The little man in the rock.
Yes.
That's where your vision is.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
You only get 1 minute.
Okay.
that
Well,
was
Yeah.
going
Well,
some-
that one went better. He didn't kill us outright.
Oh, that's definitely promising.
And he did see the gem as a gift.
What if we brought out 2 cows along with the gem too?
You can't have my cows. Gem is one thing. I draw the line at livestock.
But
We
Remind me.
already gave like 150 cows every year to your father.
Oh. By the way, King Deepstone, may I... You have my eternal gratefulness and thanks for taking care of my father. And if there is a personal favor I can do...
You can get the dragon to leave my town.
Here's another thing that we can do.
Done.
Dragons will go to sleep when they remember the former glories. They are in a place where the former glories were.
yes,
How
but
about we have a conversation regarding that? Draw his attention back to his former glories, have him slumber.
well, yeah, that's where I'm hoping the conversation will go, because that's where I was starting it. I was gonna bring in his whole thing about the past and everything like that. I just didn't have enough time to say it. So
So,
Sounds
There
like
is
this is
There is another old giant sitting sort of this to the side of the king. And he says, "Your Majesty, if I may." And he's introduced to you as like the king's wise man.
Oh.
He says, the dragon's sleep of which you speak, it is not a magic spell or anything like the taking of a drug. It doesn't just knock them out. It is more an aspect of dragon psychology. When they are at rest and at peace and thinking about the past, they tend to get wistful and enter this kind of sleep. But there is, according to the ancient writings, there is no reason to think that simply showing them something from their past will immediately make them sleepy.
so it probably works. Like after we're done talking to him and we give him the gem, maybe he might go off somewhere and fall asleep.
Exactly.
we can maybe trace them there.
Yeah.
So while we're out there having this conversation, the two of you get the ship, meet us over there, and then we'll follow the dragon.
Hopefully, he might go somewhere where he sleeps.
How does it sound?
I would not depend upon the dragon going to sleep anytime soon. It does seem that, from what you describe, Eddie, that he is open to speaking with us when approached, with our party when approached in the forest.
And
So see
and
what
who
the
knows?
dragon wants,
And who
yeah.
knows? He might actually just give us Asarius right now because he seemed interested first. So
Maybe.
so we don't know how the rankings work among these dragons. He might be a high-ranking dragon. But anyway, I like this, Captain.
We can't help but try. I don't see any other options.
Should we at least, in case the dragon takes the gem and flies away, bring the ship around so we can then follow?
The dragon?
Yes.
We know where the dragon... They're all in low light.
Well, we are far away from Lolat, from my understanding of the map.
Yes.
How exactly did you flee the dragons the last time. I was thinking that we should
They
have...
thought we died, I think.
No, they weren't even interested in us. They just looked at us like we were puny ants.
Well, they don't think they're looking at us like this one certainly isn't. I think that the idea that you two should go up to greet us with the gem is good. That we should take the ship out and be prepared to draw the dragon away from this civilian settlement is good. Once we have only one advantage, and that is that there is only one of the dragon and many of us. And if we split our forces, the dragon will be forced to pay attention to you two while the rest of us maneuver the ship into a more advantageous position.
So it's settled.
I do not believe we could, but we can't fly a dragon on this ship.
No.
Do we have any other chance?
In fact, I don't even think highly of our chances going ship to air combat. We had 5 other airships at one point, and the dragons...
This isn't about attacking the dragon. This is at least following it if it gets sleepy.
Well, how about this, Captain? As I'm talking to the dragon, have your eyepiece out, and I'll make
I will.
And I'll make a hand gesture to you. And if things are going well, I'll be like, okay. If things are going bad, then I'll tell you to just leave.
And make a run for it,
Yeah.
and you meet us up at another location.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Is there anything
Let's go.
else you have? And actually, I'm gonna ask this out of character because I honestly can't remember. How did we teleport Sal away in the last session? I can't remember
You
what.
didn't.
We did it.
Sounds
He's
He's
here.
still with us, yeah.
We
Okay.
talked about that earlier in
Yeah.
the session.
Yeah,
actually.
But somebody has a teleport, and that's
That's her guardian, the
That's
dog.
one eye.
One eye
eye.
could teleport one
One-
person with himself,
okay.
but he did not.
But he already left.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, he's already gone.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Thanks. I remember there was something going
Okay.
on.
So you and me.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna be okay. I just grab your arm a little bit. No lie, I am a little nervous. I've never encountered a dragon before, so this is gonna be fun.
Well, it's a good thing you can't see him.
Alright.
So things proceed as described previously. Some giants will show you guys a footpath out to basically a little place you can stand that's above the entrance to the harbor cavern. Where are Sally and Teacher going to be? Obviously still inside somewhere. Right?
They're going to be on the ship.
We
We're
we
gonna be on
collect
ship.
your father and
Crewman.
crewmen and make the ship ready
Copy that.
to go fast and travel fast and hard.
I wonder if we should stop by the treasury on the way out and see if there's another one of those gems.
No,
There's
All right, then we go.
Yeah. So you do the thing, you hold up the
No.
dragon comes over and eats you immediately, doesn't it? He
Sorry,
leans
it's
down.
an Anet are just
And-
Oh,
out of their
by the way, can you
stones.
describe how this dragon looks like?
yeah.
Now that I'm right in front of him.
He is massive. You saw dragons before, but you were so hurried at the time, and it was nighttime and it was chaotic. This is the first time you've seen a dragon just flying through the air in the day by himself at a leisurely pace. Huge wingspan, the length of the Wayfarer.
Ooh.
Massive dragon.
Bigger than the king?
Oh yeah, the king's 20-ish feet tall. This dragon is way bigger than him.
Color?
He is kind of golden red,
Ooh.
like a fading in between gold and red on different parts. Red sort of on the outside, golden on like the underbelly and the inside of the wing flaps.
Eye color?
As he gets closer, you can see that his eyes are like bright, shiny gold.
Sick.
And he lands near you and he leans down. He says, "Oh, you have brought me a gift.
Yes, and what do you want?
Do you suppose that this offering will save your small lives?"
And I say, yes, I believe so. why would you come all the way here and not just kill us outright? You must want this.
Think I came for the rock.
As conversations are happening, whenever he might roll, I'm going to connect to his spirit. And because of my evil eye, I don't need to vocalize this. I'm going to do ill fate, giving -1 to their roll. -1 to their roll. If their roll, whenever they roll, is equal to or less than 4, their plan goes disastrously wrong. So they just have a -1 to their roll. If whenever we roll,
Mental. Oh, any kind of roll.
there's no mental save to this. This just happens.
Okay, but it's any kind of roll.
Any kind of roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Any-
next time he does it. Yeah. Yeah, and I say, this is not what you want.
I told King Deepstone to send you out to be devoured, but I was told there were 4.
There's only the 2 of us. I am Corinthian Briar, the voice of Tekoa, of the Imperium, of
Yes,
Destiny.
you were not.
And I say, you won't have to worry about that. Why not we parlay for this? Whose orders do you come from?
Orders.
Yes, do you dragons not have a hierarchy of sorts? Or do you do your own things by yourself?
I do not take orders. I am not a man.
And we would not suggest that, of course.
And I say, then then you must know of my friend Asarius.
The little man in the Destiny is very concerned.
Why don't we make a trade? This rock for that rock.
I do not have it. Nor do I care to trade with you when I can simply take.
Of course. No, well,
But I say, what's the glory in that?
Glory,
Yes. Wasn't this rock from a past glory?
and stolen by thieves. And you think that I should give something to get it back?
Yes. To make up for it being stolen.
You make no sense.
no. In fact, because it is of... Actually, can you even tell us? Because I'm curious. How did you even come about this rock? What happened to get...
Why do you care about it so much?
That gemstone is called the Heart of Arceus. He be jealous.
No doubt. I mean, it was in your possession, as strong as you are, to take it from Archeon. Incredible in its own right.
Arceus.
Arceus, apologies. I'm a little nervous. I've never encountered someone of your size and greatness.
Where are the other 3? The woman and the robot and the gun.
Why do you care? They're just ants to you.
Never eaten a gun.
It's like, they probably don't taste very good.
Eat the judge.
From what I understand, he was a little bit of an asshole, so like I don't know if that's anything in terms of taste.
As I'm holding up the stone, do I have like his full attention right now?
The 2 of you.
Yeah.
Do I have you? Are you looking at me right now?
How far
No,
have
she's
we
on the
gone?
ship.
I know, but do they see me?
No, they're
Don't
inside
get-
the cavern.
Don't
So
give the hands.
So we're running to the ship.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
guys took time. Like I feel like we didn't have you leave until we were ready to
Yeah.
sail.
Regardless, you guys are on the ship, but still
Yes.
in the cavern. Like, if you're gonna sail out of the cavern, that's gonna be seen.
Yeah. So we're just watching I tell Green Gertie,
Sorry, you understand that you
yes.
can't be watching from on the ship.
Yeah,
because
but we
we're
have
inside
telescope.
the cavern. We're
Yeah, but
inside the
they're
cave.
on top
They're on
of
top.
where you are.
Okay.
So I feel like we need to set sail. I thought that was the plan, is that they were going to engage the dragon up top, and we are going to set sail.
With the
We
dragon
cannot-
distracted, yeah.
With the dragon distracted.
Okay, so as I have his full attention with the gemstone, he's telling the story about how precious it is and all that stuff.
Yeah, you should.
And I say to him, I'm sorry, you may have not understood me when I was talking about past glories. You getting the stone from me, sure, you could just kill me right now and take it. But going back to your friends, they probably won't be that impressed. But if you were to beat me in, say, a game of chance, maybe that would be more of an interesting story.
We do not play games with humans.
Maybe you should give it a shot. And I take out some dice. And I say, simple game. Whoever rolls higher keeps the gem.
You make an error. I will be keeping the gem anyway.
Of course, it only makes sense that he takes what is his, as it is a reminder of his glory and his greatness. He is standing before us.
Yes.
Even the fact that he has not killed us outright is speaks to your
Yes,
character.
I know this, but like you said, you run by your own rules, right? You don't care about what Destiny thinks right now, right? So,
Why does he want you?
because he can't control me. So this very game I'm doing with you is something he can't control. That's what makes it so significant.
And you, he does not want because he can control.
Well, I have been his voice for such a long time, bringing many disciples to his feet. At this moment, he is not with us.
He had many experiments to do in the laboratories at low light. He created this red stone to trap the happening. Why?
Do I know that?
The halfling,
You do
Because it was God or whatever?
know.
the halfling,
It's-
the halfling created him.
What? Explain.
I don't know much about it. It was a long time ago. It's something about the stories that I've been told about the first age,
Uh,
the age of Empyrean, whenever that was.
well, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know in terms of age,
Yeah,
in character, yeah.
when the age of Empyrean was, there was a time of apparently technology. I believe that's the word. Technology and magic fused together, and Sarius was a catalyst for that. And I just start just spilling it, but I'm gonna try to be hold back at least the crucial fact of the stones being. No, that's not gonna make any sense. I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna ramble.
You didn't tell him the whole.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
you tell him about well, he knows all about Destiny already.
yeah.
Yeah, they're allied with this.
And we're basically telling him what we think Destiny's plan is.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's no
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're basically telling him what we think Destiny's plan is.
Asarius is, from my understanding, I've never met the person, but from my understanding, is a huge detriment to Destiny. If your ambitions are for world domination, and Destiny is keeping you from that, the way to get it is through Asarius.
You think that this Asarius is a threat to Destiny?
100%. why would he take him and not just kill him?
He's the only one that could possibly ruin it.
So you told him everything you know about Star Wars, which I'm going to assume is everything at this point. 'Cause
Yes.
everyone told you.
Well, I mean,
Kind of.
I mean, pretty much everything that we know.
Yeah, okay.
Like, nothing that Asarius.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But what you would know includes the fact that the entire original creation of the spell that would eventually become Destiny
Yes.
Is
was to trap God.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
don't tell him that.
detail, but just that Asarius created.
I don't tell him that because I don't really understand it or care about it.
But Eddie knows it.
But Eddie knows it.
I do add that fact.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to make him understand that Asarius means more to us than it does to Destiny.
As we're talking, I don't know if a reminder of his previous, I don't know, glories. How's his demeanor?
He likes it when you talk about how great he is and
Okay.
how the gem, like when you said the gem is his by right, like he liked that.
Sure.
Yeah. He is irritable, and you can see that it is only by the barest whim that he has refrained from killing you guys already. But he's interested. And I'm going to say, for both of you guys, roll notice plus charisma on him.
So.
Okay, well that was 6, but I can reroll failed non-combat skills.
8.
For you?
We
9 for me.
could. I was gonna say we could both use.
Honestly, 9 is not
Eight-
bad.
eight is
It-
basically-
yeah. 9 is a step above that. So
So you guys are still feeling out what's going to piss him off and what isn't.
Yeah.
But especially with the extra information you had from your other vision of the future, where he flambéed you guys as soon as he saw the ship, you can piece together a couple of things about his motivation. One, yes, he is here to kill you. That's the fastest, easiest way to get this problem off the board for him. But two, he is interested in why Destiny cares about you assholes at all.
Yeah.
The fact that you brought the gemstone out, that was a good move. You basically bribed him to not kill you for a minute.
right.
He still might in a minute, but he wants to know. And you know that he's working with at least 4 other dragons and Destiny, and yet he says he does not take orders.
Yes.
And he mentioned Arceus, who you know, and probably you, since you lived near Lowlight. Arceus was the name of the head wizard of the...
From Linomir.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
From Lowlight. Yeah.
He was the head of the Itium Cabal,
Yeah.
who are dragons.
Yeah.
So he's actually the head dragon. This is a different dragon talking about, I want the Stone of Arceus to make him jealous.
Would he know who this dragon is specifically in terms of like hierarchical, in terms of like remembering back when we met them?
I don't think there's any way you could recognize which
No.
dragon it is
Okay.
at sight. And he hasn't given his name.
Yeah.
But basically, what you're putting together is he's looking for a way to be top dog.
Yeah.
He's looking for the dragons worked with Destiny for some reason, but they don't like it.
Yeah. And so yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
So Eddie will say, yeah, don't you want? Yeah, I'm gonna play into that. It's like, don't you want to be stronger than your friends? You can get us Sarius. We can make you the top of the dragons. He has the power. If he can trap gods, something as easy as making a dragon more powerful. Easy stuff.
Well, even better than that, with Destiny out there, when we shut him down,
There's another thing. Yeah, if we shut down Destiny, then you won't have to worry about him.
there is no top dog. There is just the 4 of you, you and your brethren, And after that, you can succeed them however you wish. You have the upper hand right now. You have more information regarding Destiny's plans and what he's seeking and the irritability of people such as, as low as we. Imagine if you, with all the information that you have, can blackmail him by saying, I can set free the one person that you are most afraid of. How he will cower at your greatness.
I can do that now that you have told me this information.
But you need our help to do it. Because we know how to bring Osiris back.
Convince. What's charisma?
Mhm.
You may help.
Yeah.
So you take an extra die.
Would my ill fates help by adding a +1?
Let's see. We got 4, 5, 6, 7. Convince. 8.
Please.
And was that wisdom?
Charisma.
Charisma.
0. But we have coins.
Use them.
My other question was, because ill fate, I was asking about him rolling.
Yeah, you can add
8.
one.
So that's also +1.
So that's 9. 10. Should we do any more? 11.
This might be a very high one.
Yeah.
Can we get to 12?
Yeah.
Can we get to 12?
So that'd be 11, and then 3 more would be 12, right?
4 more.
4 more.
Doubles each.
Doubles.
Okay. Yep. And
Yep.
that's it.
Oh my god!
All the coins.
Well, no, that's except for one more, but that one we can't use to make it into 13. So that's 12.
Hey y'all, I'm very nervous.
Smiles and leans forward, looks both of you, looks you in the eye, and holds out a talon.
And I put the gem in the talent.
I will do you this favor. A boon of knowledge. And a boon of non-involvement. I have the Stone of Arceus. It is now the Stone of Silva.
So
I think, Eddie, you probably won't know
Silwalk.
who it is, but you might know the name Silwalk Bridger. He was one of the other ones.
Yeah,
was he there that night?
Yes.
Okay.
they all.
He says, I will take this elsewhere and not return to Lowlight. When you go, you will face my brethren without me. That is the boon of non-involvement. The boon of knowledge is this. Osiris knows how to worship gods. Destiny lives in a god. That must be his real terror.
Oh.
To remove her is to end him. And he's gonna take to the sky and leave. We'll be back.
I guess we're going to kill Carolyn.
Sorry, Carolyn.
It's a female god.
Oh my god.
It's the smile of a man who just out-talked a dragon.
It's me. It was me.
Whoa.
I'm standing next to him.
Whoa. It was both of us. What you talking about?
We did it together.
No, I don't want your hand. Get out here.
God.
We did it together, wink, wink.
Divide and conquer. Speaking of which,
Second half brought to you by Second Half Snacks, and snacks eaten by Canadians everywhere. Second half is guaranteed better, or Alan will dress as a pirate and sit on One-Eye's shoulder next session.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you for that
That's true.
contribution.
that's a good copy box.
That was me. Yeah, that was me reading a viewer comment. Just so everyone knows.
Yes.
Not a promise.
Talk to us through Twitch or YouTube, so you can have your.
We'll just say stuff.
We'll just say.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty amazing. And one day, Eddie was able to beat his sire werewolf and talk out of being killed by a dragon.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
Right.
I'm gonna write that in my diary tonight.
Nerd.
Make sure you tell all the bards to update your story.
Dude, the bards are gonna love this.
Holy shit!
Look at
I hate you so much.
The bards aren't gonna write it because they're gonna think it's not believable.
I'm like, no.
Already many of what he said.
We have to tell them about the part where our attempt to charm Sal failed because we didn't bring a bard with us.
Yeah.
That'll be the bribe. It's like we're going to be like, let's give a shout out to.
You will never
Yeah,
believe
the
it.
lack of bards.
I had a stone with the heart of a bloodstone in it or something like that, and then I gave it to a dragon. And he told me, that's
All
big
right.
stuff.
All right, so you guys did it. You eliminated Silwalk Bridger from the dragon horde. Now there's only 4 dragons.
Oh, I thought there was 4 all together. So there's 5.
Yeah, there was 5.
So there's 4 left. But that's still 1 left.
Wow.
But again,
We can leave one of them to the gnome.
You used the big gem that you found to do it.
that's true. I
Now we
said
have
this.
no more gems.
I said this off stream, but I'm gonna say this on stream just so future Max, you can remember. You're welcome.
If you watch it.
We're going to seed doubt within the dragon coven so they can fight each other. All right, you're welcome,
What is
future
a
Max.
What is a group of dragons?
I don't know.
Covenant?
Flock?
A horde?
A horde? A flight? Oh, flight. It's a
flight.
flight of dragons.
Yes. a flight of
Ah,
dragons, yeah.
yes.
We just watched.
We just watched
the
a flight of dragons.
Flight of
the other day.
Dragons.
So where do we go now?
Well, you give Sally the okay, and she sells and picks you up.
Yeah, does the dragon fly away?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
Can we track like where he's headed?
For a while.
But you tell us what happens and what the dragon said, right?
Oof.
And we're just celebrating and giving you pints.
Yeah. Like
Rob.
like part of me, like right now, the aftershock of what happened is like sort of hitting Eddie.
It was terrible.
And he's just like, yeah.
It was just completely off.
And then I tell you the big thing, and I say, looks like destiny is inside of the Lady of Death.
Oh.
Well, we already knew that
Is
one.
it?
But now we know for sure, right?
We knew for sure.
Yeah, you guys knew that for sure. What Silwalk told you that was more just putting pieces together
Yeah.
that you already had was that potentially that is why Destiny is afraid of Asarius, because Asarius knows how to trap God.
My question is, though, something struck me. He said the 4 of you and the godling, do they not know that we don't have Anna and Beck with us anymore?
Well, Silwalk didn't know.
Yes. I guess. Yeah. That's what he says. I guess he didn't know.
But he knew about teacher. Because he called her, what did he say?
Well,
a robot?
Yeah.
You guys know that you have Destiny spies on the ship, and that there were Destiny
And-
spies at the meeting.
Literally, this man's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I find it interesting that Destiny wouldn't keep them updated.
Indeed.
I say. That's,
I
No.
wonder when that dragon left the others. At what point he set out to. Was it. Certainly, he would have. If he had intelligence from the Battle of Quirk, he would have noticed the lack of. Or the absence there. But
at least we don't have to worry about him in the coming battle.
Or maybe Destiny didn't deliberately told him that we didn't have Anon anymore because to tempt him into eating a godling.
yes.
I can't wait for my retirement.
Are you getting
But-
too old for this shit?
I'm getting to it. But yes, thank you so much,
I say-
Gertie.
I say,
I am.
I say, Captain, I'm sorry I had to give him the gem, but there was no other way.
I'm just glad you're not a roasted, toasted.
Piece of meat.
Yeah, I was gonna say dog food or dog meat, but you know.
So the
So-
king sends for you again. You specifically this
Yeah.
time, Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'll bet he does.
I say, I give him a thumbs up.
So you gave away the most valuable item in the city.
And I say, in
You're welcome.
exchange for everyone here not being killed.
I understand where you're coming from. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
I do, but at least you're still here to have this conversation with me.
Right, which would not have been an issue in the first place if you guys hadn't come.
That dragon was gonna come here eventually.
See?
Probably.
Well, they no.
Because this is where the stone was.
Are we here or not?
Yeah.
You two for sure.
Oh, sure.
You guys
And I say, me giving him that stone was able to make him go out of the coming back. So this is a great victory for us. One less dragon to worry about.
That's correct. Not only that, but you have their hold within your place. Sooner or later, they would have found you. Whether or not we were here, they would have taken back their items.
been here for many generations.
Well,
And they've been slinking and collecting powers.
I'm just saying that this is probably the best out.
And you're right. You're right. Us being here does jeopardize your home.
But now we've learned some valuable information, and we'll be leaving, so you won't have to worry about it.
So you might want to move your horde somewhere else.
You must find something else from the horde.
That they want? I think we
If
took
it is still your plan to put them to sleep.
I think we took the biggest thing that was in there, though, unless you know of something else that we didn't see.
I will assign my wise man to help you identify the best items.
Okay.
The
Thank you.
captain, Stormhammer, acted somewhat beyond his authority originally, but know now that you go with the endorsements of the Giant King.
May I have a title?
No.
Even though I negotiated a dragon away from you?
This is not how you
I
speak to a king.
negotiated this dragon away from your mom last night, and I don't get any thanks for that. Somewhere in the corner, a dragon plays a rim shot.
On like a giant, like Taiko style jump.
Yeah.
Can you
Sally just
least-
busts out laughing.
Can you at least write me something that I can show as proof? Because I tend to like to make stories and songs about my adventures. And,
Yes.
and I don't think the bards will believe this part of the story.
A giant bard comes
I
busting
become
in.
deaf and blind.
He's got a 10-foot long mandolin. He's just gonna walk with you.
Okay, all right, we got some stuff to talk about.
So we go back to the treasure room, I
So
suppose.
anyway, what are you be into?
Let's see, dragons.
Dragons, right? They're not real popular.
No, but I was able to negotiate with one and
Chase it off.
chase it off
You chased off a dragon.
just now.
Whoa.
And you've heard the first part of my song. I'm assuming it's traveled here before.
I don't know what song is it.
The song about Eddie Bones. The song of Eddie
The
Bones.
Cursed Man.
The Curse Man.
Oh, I thought you'd be a good 15 feet taller.
I did tell him to make me kind of tall.
They didn't.
Not that tall.
But yeah, maybe you can add to it. This is version 3 that we're gonna be working on.
Version 3.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Unauthorized sequel.
Well, because the first version was in what was the first city we were in?
Not low light. Silver. I can't remember either.
Crystal Shore?
Crystal Shore, yeah.
Yeah, that's where the first one happened.
We're all struggling.
And then the second one was after Low Light. No, before Low Light. It was either the city before Low Light or in Low Light. No, the city before Low Light. And then now this one. So that's the third one.
All right.
To the king, I say, I understand that the methods within queer the pact that we made as pirates was unorthodox and went above, well, a lot of the crowns. To that, I do want to apologize to that. I know words are one thing. I do believe that there is one day where all of us can be united. Not in the destiny ideal that I believe that this conversation would be different. But no, in the sense that there was once where all the races were connected. Even you right now, you're in a silo. You're isolated. You're so far from what is going on east that you didn't even know that your biggest foe was gaining power, gaining momentum enough to wipe out and eventually come to you. All I'm saying is this. If you can, talk with others. Take a step forward. Be the king that I know giants have been in the past. The ones that collected this horde. The ones that made a name for themselves back then. The ones that you wear now. Wear it proudly.
I hope to speak with you again.
So too.
Depart.
And I leave.
Yeah, make sure to say bone time at the end.
Oh, I was going to say bone time at the end of every verse.
Even better. Yes.
Can you throw in a little bit of the... I have heard
I
that song.
thought you were still in there.
Sorry, I've caught up. Hello. If you could throw in, I do like your song, by the way. It has reached Linamere. Beautiful, by the way, rendition. You can add something about a blind man just kicking ass. That would be just grand. I'm trying to build a legacy here, just something to retire on, and that would be incredible. Just to hear it on my deathbed.
Did you kill the dragon too? Did you both kill the dragon?
We killed the dragon? Excuse me, Eddie Bones?
We made him so ashamed that he went to kill himself. Yeah.
Bone time.
Yeah.
Bone time.
That's exactly what we did.
Well, he's not going to be coming back anyways.
Dementia runs in my family, so I may forget that. To hear that one day will bring a smile to my face.
Okay. but yeah. I do meet with Captain Sally. So, Sally, where do we go now?
Well, we're in the treasure room, right? With the wise man?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what does the wise man show us?
So you guys are able to find 10 possibilities.
Ooh.
That's good.
10. Let's see what these 10 possibilities are.
There is a gold inlaid mirror, or like a gold framed mirror.
Gold
Like
mirror.
mirror. There is a silver throne
Ooh.
that you can't tell what nation it was from originally. It's sized bigger than a humanoid, but smaller than a giant. So it might just be like a big chair for like a human-sized king. You can't tell. What did I say? The mirror, the
You
throne.
say yeah, gold mirror, silver throne.
Yeah, this silver throne. There are a couple more gems of different colors, like basketball-sized gems. Not quite the same level of like Arkenstone glittery as the first one, but still good.
2 of them? 3 of them?
There's 2.
There's
There's
2.
a red one and a green.
Okay, so a red and a green. Smaller ones.
Yeah. Smaller and not quite as shiny. There is a large wooden table that is intricately carved and inlaid with various precious metals. There is a symbol on it of a sword passing through a skull.
Nice.
This is going to take several people. Well, a giant can do it for you, but to get onto your ship. There's a large chest. Actually, the chest itself is valuable, but it is full of rubies.
Large chest with
Yeah.
rubies. Okay.
And this is all to.
So these are things that he believes will have significance to any dragon. There's
copy.
no way of knowing which dragon got which thing, except for the one that you just identified and
Yeah.
gave away.
Yeah.
So that's so far 1,
Five?
2, 3, 4,
That should be
5,
seven
6. No, that's 6.
Did you count the 2 gems as 2 separate items?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I did.
I said 7 things.
So we got the gold mirror, 1, silver throne, 2 gems, the large wooden table, and the chest.
In the chest.
That's
5
Oh, the chest and the
golden
rubies.
rings.
Okay, the rubies are
Also-
seven.
Rubies inside the chest.
so the rubies inside
They're
are separate.
4 hummingbirds.
So that's 7.
3 French hens.
Yeah.
So that's 7 things.
Yeah.
Ask the wizard, do you know the histories of these items?
We know that they are mentioned in several of our texts. The specific histories of each of them are various and obscure, but they are important enough that we believe any dragon.
I point towards the side. I'm just. You don't have to take this. I just think it'd be really cool. Do I see a cup?
A cup just like that.
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
there coins in there? Can we get more coins?
Yeah. Do I see a cup like this?
Yeah.
And I say, could that be one of them?
No, that's actually just mine.
Oh, it's really cool.
I left it in here earlier. Sorry.
He picks it up. You can see on the bottom when he takes a swig, it says Yeti.
So yeah, there are those things. There's an array of daggers that are sort of arranged in a sculpture, sort of all pointing in towards the center, kind of Knives Out style.
I was just about to
Yeah.
say.
Dagger sculpture.
Might there be some elven daggers in here?
These daggers are all attached to the apparatus. They're like part of a piece of artwork.
So it's like a sculpture of daggers. Yeah.
Like you're asking about in the room?
Yes.
You'd have to use some of your candle to find them. You'll find some elven daggers. Yeah.
I'm asking
Not
because
15 minutes on that candle.
fine. I'm asking because I was trying to do the swinging, the swinging shit,
Okay.
but you denied it
We'll talk
because
later.
no elven daggers.
No, I never said a word about elven daggers.
Because no elven.
That up.
Because
What
no
I said
elven
is
daggers.
your blind wise man ass cannot throw a dagger into a stone ceiling 30 feet high and expect to swing on it from a rope.
Unless you were like a rogue.
That had nothing to do with who made the dagger.
I feel like Daredevil could do it.
But you can find some elven daggers if you want.
All right. So that's 8 items.
Yeah, that's 8. You guys are really putting me to it here.
Sure, there's a nice book
I
around
love
there
playing.
somewhere.
Yeah. No, books wouldn't interest the dragons. But what you will we'll just say that the other 2 are also gems. Probably the easiest thing. But they're like the first 2 that were red and green. These will be sort of like a pink and an orange one.
So pink and orange. Okay.
All right, we'll take all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, we can. Yes, if you don't mind, this will help us out in the battle.
Right, because we need some for, I think in our initial plan, we were going to have 3 different distraction sites, right?
Yeah, 3 different distraction sites, and then the elves volunteered to actually infiltrate and get the Stone of Asarius for
Yes.
us as we distract the dragons.
Yes.
Do we need that anymore, or
Yes, we do. We need Asarius.
no? I would. Oh no! That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Sorry.
Elves with their sneaky.
And the
I'm
elves-
calming down after that conversation
and
with
the
the dragon.
elves are the best at infiltration. So,
What's that?
Gnomes are not.
They're loud and
Those are the best
explosive.
explosions.
I feel like this is all very racially charged.
We
We're
have
making
4
some.
distractions. One with the gnomes, with their missiles. 3 with the various traps, and we could say it as because the giants were so worried with the dragon showing up that they're distributing the horde into different locations.
Yes.
And then we have the elves being sneaky, and then there's us.
Well, we can just rendezvous with the elves after they get the stone somewhere safe.
That's true.
Yeah.
Or we also need to... Teacher, I know you were looking... Do you have any more insight into these orbs? I know they're partly magical and they're partly tech
Yes.
something techie?
I think it's
Technology.
Technology.
technical.
Just call it tech. That is
Guys,
perfect.
the word technology is known.
Yes.
People have invented guns and ships. They
Those are inventions.
don't know computer.
but those are inventions.
But the word technology is not an alien word to you guys.
It hasn't reached Littlemere.
Technology.
Technological.
We don't call it technology, we call it machinery.
There you go.
It's
Inventions over in Littlemere.
it's in,
I would be interested after the encounter that we just had with your father to examine the orbs again. In fact, I am quite eager. I haven't had a chance to return. Well, no, that's right. I forgot for a moment. Annan's stone is with not here.
yes.
Right.
I
It's in
am
space.
quite eager to
But-
examine them again.
But Annan said he would come back with
Yes.
the help of Grace. You know,
Oh,
Grieve?
Grieve.
Yeah, Grieve.
Yes,
And Grieve did say he will bring some things to help us, some weapons.
indeed.
So
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I have no further insight at this time to share with the group other than that I should report to the Archons and get an update as soon as possible.
Speaking of reporting, I do need to head back to Littlemere to
that's
let
true.
the Queen know everything that's
Indeed.
been going on. My whole entire point was to spread the news of this oncoming
Wow.
war, and I've spread it far and wide.
Well, that's totally fine. We'll just take you back there. You know, I'm sure tonight's gonna be a lovely night. One of the moons will probably come out tonight, so you and me can just hang out and talk.
Speaking of, yes, we need to speak on the issue of your biting.
What do you mean?
When you, well, let's head back to the ship and then
Okay,
have this
right.
conversation.
All right.
Indeed.
All right. So we take all this stuff back to the ship, and we take Sal back to the ship too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Sal can be in on this conversation if you're comfortable.
Yeah.
And in the rush chaos, I am going to pull Sally aside. I have not spoken with her directly while the Face the Dragon plan was going on, as that was not the time or the place. But now that things have calmed down, I am going to pull you aside and inform you of what I suspect about what I have observed and what I suspect it means for the nanotechnology. I believe this might be why Destiny took such an interest in your father and in Eddie. This would be a method, if it could be mastered, for him to spread his self, not through a alternate and far more infectious path. And Eddie presents a cure for this, in essence, a stopping, because of his connection to the Archons.
Wow, that is... I'm not... So you're saying tiny machines?
Yes. As an ant is to the giants. Not even as we are to the giants, or as we are to ants, but an ant to a giant. It's microscopic.
Is this the same as people who are born with the curse of destiny?
Entirely possible. Yes, the nanotechnology is passing from parent to child, but with this usage of the werewolf curse to transfer it, it is effectively doing the same thing. He's found a new path for the contagion to follow.
And a faster path,
Indeed.
but
And
one
one
that's
not limited. One that could be unlimited.
but at the moment one that's not controllable.
Indeed.
Teacher, thank you for telling me this, but are you, and you said you're able to sense this.
Yes. I have tuned into the wavelength at this point. I did not wish to say it in front of Corinthian.
No, certainly
because
not.
I can see when I look at him that he is quite literally, it's unsettling to see his eyes are centers of this nanotechnology, the stones that he bears in his eyes. I would suspect that when I am very curious to see the orbs that Asarius created, because this is the same technology that Asarius used to create the orbs is what he used to create destiny. I would expect that they are similar but distinct, as two breeds of dogs might be distinct, having generations between them. and
Like a
passed
wolf,
down.
the difference between a wolf and a dog.
Indeed, and it would explain why this destiny would be particularly vulnerable. We may have stumbled upon exactly the thing that makes him vulnerable to these orbs, because it is the same thing that created him.
Are you able to interfere with the wavelength, you said? Or put a barrier, or maybe take control?
Where are you guys having this conversation?
In my
her
cabin.
Yes,
Are you in the
just the two
process
of
of
us.
leaving?
Yeah.
Sailing back east?
Well, we have to also go to 3 different locations to set those traps up. So
Yes.
Yeah, we have to go drop him off, set up 3 different trap locations.
Yes.
Oh, you can drop me off later.
Sorry, 3 different traps?
Yeah,
What are we talking?
3 different dragon trap locations.
So you're going to, what are the 3 locations?
The places where the gnomes are set up for the cannons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indominus Islands, I think the Ermine would have fun fighting a dragon.
Yeah.
How are you planning to
shit.
get the dragons to go to these places?
We just sent out a
Well, basically, because through our bards, the dragons were alarmed. I mean, the giants were alarmed that a dragon came to their doorstep, and so they're getting rid of the horde to get rid of the dragon, so the dragons don't come and bother them anymore.
Okay. So you're trying to draw the dragons out of Lowlight? I missed this entire thing. But
Yeah.
the last thing I heard, you guys were going to try and put the dragons to sleep with treasure.
well, we're hoping that this is part of that.
Okay.
So this is what our hope is. Our hope is that the dragons will get
Some of them will be distracted.
that they'll get distracted, leave low light, get these items,
Okay.
which will hopefully
They'll encounter people to fight them.
they'll encounter people to fight them, which will also incentivize them to fall asleep later.
Copy.
But during that whole time when they're leaving, when they left low light, that's when
You're sending the elves.
That's when the elves will go in, infiltrate, get Asarius, and bring him back to a location
And where is your first destination right now?
to drop him off.
No. I said to drop me off mostly because I feel like Annan will be coming back. So rather than me having 2 characters.
Yeah.
Also,
I think-
in universe reason, you're passing the entire Grey Sea to get to Linnermere.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so maybe we'll go to the gnomes first.
Yeah, the gnomes are probably the closest.
Well, the gnomes that were working with you are also kind of, they didn't go home.
Right, they
No.
went
They
to
went
that
to-
secret base.
so they're there.
Yeah.
That's
which
also in
let's
the Grey Sea.
Bring the map back up. Misery, if you're still there, you can let us know. Hopefully the sound is still good. I can see levels, yeah.
Oh,
So you guys
Yeah.
found it kind of like in this area. Well, I think it was actually in this area. That's where the secret like experiment was.
Sorry, it's supposed to be 4 traps actually, because there's 4 dragons.
There's 4 dragons left.
4 trap locations.
Thank you, Misery.
And while they're in those trap locations, that's when the elves go in and try to get Osarius for us.
Okay, trap 1.
Trap
With
1.
the gnomes.
Trap 1 with the gnomes.
And the booms.
Okay,
Yeah.
trap 2 with Indomitus.
Yeah. Trap 2 with Indominus.
Your plan is to break up the 10 treasures you got into 4 different ships and
Yeah.
send them to these places.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 4 different ships, one for each dragon.
Okay.
How about
Maybe our ship should be a tribute ship. Like a pretend surrender.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
That would
switch
be-
to
Well, hold on. What about the third one with the giants? One of their dragons went to the giants and did not return.
True.
That would draw them out towards the giants. At least one of them goes to the giants.
And he'll be a lot further away than the
Exactly.
other 3.
So maybe we can just tell the giants prepare for battle.
Or we could.
I don't think Dave Stone would like that.
No.
They did not seem particularly.
Or we could just,
interested in
or we could just put it in a place near where the giants.
Well, that's part of the conversation that I had with him to try to inspire him to go to war and side with people. So I don't know if we can retroactively say like, hey, this is what we're planning.
You didn't get a read on how he responded.
Yeah.
That's
but-
fair.
He,
That's fair.
yeah, you have no idea whether he loved it or hated it.
Yeah, gnome location. Did we discover any more teleportation places?
We did.
I was going to ask
Just the-
where on the map
Just the
is.
original 3, but they're nowhere near where you guys are talking
Do we
about.
know
Yeah.
where those locations are?
Yeah, we did.
Queer.
Yeah.
Yes, there are in Packstone where the gnomes are, Sogthor and Braille.
Yeah, Maxstone, Stogthor, and Braille. But they're not none of those places are in the Grey Sea.
How about this? Leave it at 3. Have a final confrontation with Arceus at low light, because I doubt that fool is going to be flying anywhere.
We'll bring it to him as tribute,
Good. Yes.
as a fake surrender, and while we're distracting him with the tribute, the elves will do their thing.
And then fucking Asmodeus, that's not his name. Asarius meets us at the throne room and boom, big old fight. Maybe.
with just Arceus, but I don't think we need more time. We can't fight Arceus right now.
No, we need to get in there and then get out.
Yeah,
So we need to give him tribute and say we are surrendering, and hopefully he'll let us out,
Oh, maybe that's when we can.
and then meet up with the elves.
Yeah.
Maybe we're having this conversation over dinner.
Flying through the air.
Yeah. But perhaps what can end up happening is if we encounter not Asarius, Arceus at Lolat, we can then start the seeding of doubt, talking about the other dragons, so they could fight each other.
Well, each dragon, after they sit on a horde, might be more inclined to not listen to other dragons,
Exactly.
seeing as these treasures might be marks of honor already.
We can throw Silwak under the bus, under the proverbial cart, and basically say like, hey, he's trying to
Rebellion in the ranks.
usurp you. So then he'll go out and fight Silwak.
I don't. Well, that could work, but the most important thing is just to get the Asarius.
Yes. So we'll
Let's
be extra distraction for the elves.
Yeah, let's just focus on distracting first, and then once Asarius is clear, then we can hopefully do this.
Brilliant.
this part.
Yes.
So
but-
we only have 2 current locations: Gnomes,
Gnomes.
Indomitus. Third
Arceus, I'm
location.
guessing Lolat, and what's the third one?
The orcs. Let's bring some trouble to the orcs.
Do we know where the orcs are?
We do. We fought the orcs.
Works out.
Giant empire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's put one there, because if the dragon can take out some of the orcs, that'd be great.
Well, the dragon. Yeah, the orcs are.
They're working.
They're fully controlled by destiny.
Right.
There
Yeah,
are
so
eight
maybe
that he basically
so maybe
made.
they won't fight them. But didn't because the crews we talked to.
Greybeard's Cavern. We could put in Greybeard's Cavern.
But there's no attack there. The only thing that makes sense to me is having them go to the giants and fighting the giants.
I understand that you want this glory thing to happen again, but
I do not want to put the children.
but we're already asking a great deal just to take these items. I don't want to bring up a fight to the giants. So I understand where you're coming from, but I think just us having these items is enough.
Then we still have that question of the third location.
Greybeard's Cavern
Yeah,
in
Greybeard's
the
Cavern.
land of the orcs.
And what trapping was set there?
The orcs.
Well, the orcs are working with the dragons.
But do you think a dragon would look kindly upon one? It depends if the orcs would be even willing, because we're not going to be giving it to the orcs directly.
Stage a theft, make it look like the orcs are hiding it. Set up a thing to make the orcs think it's come to them and tempt the dragons to come and take it. It's something that can be thought on
Wait,
while we're
wait,
there.
What about
Or we could plant the thought that Destiny is holding on to the treasure as additional leverage
Wait,
on the dragons.
Isn't there still a place that's infected by zombies?
a lot of places?
You are not aware of a place that currently has like an ongoing zombie problem.
Okay.
What about Aclador? What
there-
about Aclador?
There is that island that we had such trouble with those two original vampires.
Yeah, but you guys cleaned that place up
Yeah, we cleaned it.
along with the ermine and
We could always have two locations within the gnome places.
Well, my suggestion here is
so they
this.
did say they would have how many cannons ready?
Many.
they said they would have 100 within a week.
Yeah. So
What if we send the third location to someplace in Aclador? We let the Navy know somehow. You tell your girlfriend. This is Max telling you. Somehow, we get hold of somebody from Aclador. I know it's impossible. None of us know anybody from the Navy. So we let somebody know, and then they can round up an army to fight one of the dragons.
I think they would
I
be
know
creamed.
You know someone?
yeah.
Oh, by God! Look at that! Who do you know?
and that's when the credits happen.
What?
Then you hear the music. Bum 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 bum.
Or we hold one stash back for an emergency.
Steal it, Admiral.
Well, yeah. Let's get these two locations ready at least.
And we could talk about a third location further. But going back, I want to go back to my conversation with teacher.
Yeah,
With
I
the
assumed
eyes?
that, yeah, because we were in the middle of that
Yeah.
when you stopped to ask us where the ship was, and it kind of devolved into.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I assumed that we were having that conversation, and then we just got interrupted because everybody's leaving. So we can just say the conversation ended, and we meet back up later.
But I'm like,
after
well,
this.
teacher, do you think if we took Brother Briar's eyes, you could study them?
Oh my God.
I don't think that there is anything more that I can gather from the eyes. I think that they are simply in and of themselves Destiny's version of an orb stone, as best I can tell. I am more interested in seeing what Asarius has created recently, separate of Destiny.
He's been trapped in an orb stone. I don't know that he's able to create anything.
When I say recently, I mean within the last 2,000 years or so. predating or post-dating Destiny and what Destiny has done.
Oh,
with the same
but that was the notebook that Anon had, because I think Asarius forgot or couldn't make out. He said that his magic changed a lot, and he had to restudy the spells. So,
Man, you think?
We're not in this conversation.
No, I was gonna talk to him, but you guys.
So we'll talk later.
but I see your point. If you want to wait for Asarius, I just thought that extra study might have proved helpful in causing. I just really want to take your eyes.
Gross.
Back to me.
Gross.
I don't think it would be. I think it would help. I'll be honest. I think it would in fact help Corinthian to remove those, but I don't.
Consent is important.
You
I
are
don't
rocket
want to
rocket
rip
record.
them out of his head. That feels wrong. I think that the key to stopping the thing that saved Eddie Bones from acquiring the same curse of destiny is the Archon powers within him. And that might also be something. I think that if the Archons can work with, if Asarius is dedicated now to stopping destiny, teaming up the Archons with what Asarius has already created might give us an even better shot.
If we could duplicate the Archon power.
And I'm sorry, did I catch something when the others were telling the men were telling us the story of the dragon and what he said that the destiny lived within the body of a god, not the god of a god. I'm sorry, did I get the impression that you knew who that was?
Yes, I had the privilege of meeting one of the three sisters. The youngest one, the one who likes to piss in wells. In fact, I named one of my old ships after her. After we had the honor of meeting her, she was quite wonderful.
See.
Wait, holy shit. Was Destiny controlling in that moment? Oven?
Anyway.
Holy shit!
When she pissed in a well?
Maybe.
I don't even know which moment you mean, but I can't answer it regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, none of us know which moment you mean.
when Carolyn was playing her.
But Destiny doesn't always take control all the time.
No.
So,
Quick question, what do I know about the triple goddesses now? Because
you would know as much as anyone.
Okay. I've been awake since Oven became the third.
Yeah,
They became the
you
triple
were
goddess.
not born before that.
Okay,
Or
alright.
built before that. What you would know from your perspective is that there is sort of a trinity of goddesses ruling over death. They together are the most powerful deity, in part because there's three of them, and also in part because they have the most followers. However, religions and cults and sects vary in their different beliefs and practices in worshiping them. But those three are worshipped pretty much everywhere.
Interesting. And their relationship to the Archons? Are the Archons servants of...
The Archons are servants of all the gods.
Okay.
Particularly the gods of good.
Alright.
Which the death goddesses would more or less qualify. But lately, the Archons seem to be kind of acting on their own initiative, and also not here.
So I just wanted to clarify. This is like if we're talking about capturing my boss's boss. So
A little bit.
okay, interesting. Very well.
the only thing is I don't know what we're going to do because she has sent darlings in the past, mythical creatures in the past to kill Asarius, which makes a whole lot of sense now that we know that Destiny has been controlling her.
Yes.
But to capture a goddess, I think only Asarius would be able to do that.
And if Asarius is who I understand him to be, he has a long and contentious history with the triple goddesses before there were even three of them. That's my understanding, at least.
Yep. Dude,
I
the time.
Oh.
Right.
Very well. I think. How do I get in touch with the Archons at this point? I think I need to report.
The
Urgently.
quickest way would be for you to go back to Quirk and use the controls there.
I don't suppose there's any way we could possibly go back. I must inform the Archons. Is that on our way to where we're going next? Can we make an excuse, ideally without telling the others exactly what we are going to Quirk for?
I think there's another portal that's nearby.
maybe we could. Is there a portal close to us where we are right now?
So
No.
you're leaving Ignos. Quirk is there.
Let's go to Vral.
Well, why?
Because that portal hasn't been opened yet, right?
Yeah, but why?
There's no reason.
Why is that a
to open it.
priority for you right now?
Well, is that one closer?
Maybe we
Well,
could hide some treasure there.
Well, I mean, they're kind of not really a difference, but you don't know anything about them.
No.
You don't even know
I mean,
who.
Quirk makes the most sense.
Yeah.
I guess the most sense would just go to a place we already know.
Yeah.
And then from
But-
there,
but-
go to Apodor.
I'm just thinking it would be nice to open up more portals.
Portals. More teleport zones.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I get
Fast travel.
the sort of gamer instinct to want to turn on the fast travel, but you have nothing pulling you to these locations right
Yeah.
now. All you know is that there are portals there that can be turned on.
The heart of an explorer can't be,
Yeah.
suppressed.
You have tasks that you are endeavoring to
Because once we
perform.
lose teacher, we won't be able to turn
Yeah,
on those.
but this old lady's saying,
But once we
"I've
log
lost
into the
my
main
pot.
quest,
We
we
need to
can't do
find
the
it.
side
We need
quest.
to do the side quests."
I need to find 10 blueberries.
Rats in the basement.
My 10 blueberries. Or my wife won't make her pie.
And then I took an arrow to the knee.
We could probably consult with the quirks on where they think that their
Oh.
treasure should be.
Captain, I just had an idea for the fish.
Rushes in.
If you don't mind me intruding.
I think we're at,
Stopping point.
I think, yes, we have been engaging in girl talk.
Yes. Do you know? She's been updating me on her progress with Green Gertie,
Okay.
which don't break her heart, teacher.
What's that, Captain?
Oh, nothing, Green Gertie. Continue.
Are we
With your
having a conversation? Sorry, someone missed.
We're going over some human interactions for teacher.
All right. You need help?
No.
Yes. But maybe later.
Okay.
Captain Charlie.
I think we're okay. I think teacher knows all about the birds and bees now.
I had an idea for the third location. Do you think we could get in contact with Clicko again?
The deep sea.
Deep sea.
I love it.
Yeah, we can give him some of the items and he can take it up into the deep sea.
He does want treasure and gold.
Yeah.
Yo. Holy shit, this is awesome.
He might like the gold frame mirror, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
If
Yeah.
Joshua can make it,
That fool is a murderer.
he's going to be so happy once he sees this chest of rubies and gems.
The French are afraid of him.
He would be so up to fight a dragon.
And the dragons might have difficulty traversing water.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love this plan.
The dragons have French accents.
So,
Outrageous French accents.
this is outrageous. So,
Jacques Cousteau.
so yeah, Clicko.
Clicko.
Yeah. Clicko, gnomes,
Indominus.
Indominus.
And then we keep the four.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck, dude, that's brilliant.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I guess we're gonna go. Where do we go first?
Quirk, probably, because we'll need to get victuals on our way. And just to check on our allies there.
Okay, let's go.
Very well.
On the way to Quirk.
We all die.
Gnomes.
Sorry.
We ran out of gas.
You see 2 sunsets.
Oh,
I do have a conversation with him. Doesn't have to be a whole play out thing, but telling him about like what specifically I saw when he bit Sal, and just being like, I don't know if this is anything you need to be worried about, but if something feels different, specifically during the changing of moons, please just be aware. That's it.
Okay. Well timed. Because on the second night out is when one of the smaller moons becomes full.
man, it's feeling hot today for some reason.
So the moons are actually in most of Ecuador. They're actually named after the 3 sisters.
Ooh.
There's 4 moons, right? So like the biggest one is named matron mother, or like
The crone?
maiden mother crone, that on up, and then the smallest one is named granddaughter, which is not one of the goddesses, but that's just what they call the moon. It is granddaughter that becomes full. I need you to roll your save. This is a mental saving throw, and because you do not know it's coming, you cannot be inside. Well, you
That's
can
true.
roll a luck save to see if you're inside. If you're outside and the moonlight hits you, you automatically fail.
Roll your luck, stay friend.
All right, let's see. Luck save.
If you're inside, you get a mental save.
Brother.
Bro. You're outside. Where's my dad?
Okay,
Well, I mean, it makes
There.
sense.
this is the
South
first time that Eddie Bones has become feral.
also
So
wanna see if
I'm
I'm
going
up
to
there.
read what happens.
Is anybody else around me when this happens?
I am up there.
You're on a ship with 500 people.
No.
Yes, people are around you.
Oh.
While you are feral, you cannot distinguish friend from foe and will fight to the death against any creature you can find.
Yeah, that was so close.
You were on deck. You didn't know it was going to happen.
Green Gertie's right next to me.
My girlfriend.
Don't hurt my bosun. She's a good worker.
Don't hurt me.
I need to know who exactly was on deck.
I'm on deck.
Yeah, we'll say it's mostly nameless crew, except
would-
for whichever of you guys wants to be up
I
there.
rolled the luck save.
I say everyone. roll
Maybe
one.
I'm with my dad, catching up.
Does Sal have to roll for this moon?
If Sal's on deck, Sal fails automatically.
I would think
Oh,
we're probably chatting in my cabin.
Okay, then Sal gets a save.
just catching up, you know?
Just catching up.
Yeah.
He might kill me.
Of course.
Sal passes,
Yay!
but he cannot go on deck to help stop Eddie.
Does he tell me anything? Well, I probably hear the screaming.
You see him fight the change. He says, "Oh, the moon.
What? It's not the 14th yet.
What do you mean it's the moon? There are 4 of them.
I'm like,
Close the curtains." And at the same time, you hear Eddie Hulk out upstairs.
I hear a howl.
It's fun time!
Welcome to the phone zone.
Ah!
All
I'd
right.
like to be looking at him, and what do I see?
Yeah.
If he's
I'm
if he's
also
on
up
deck,
there.
yeah.
What do you see?
Yes.
You see him turn into a giant werewolf.
There's no nanotech in this
I
part.
mean, there is nanotech, but you know that the werewolf curse is also partly magical. Like,
yeah.
the nanotech isn't doing anything.
And we're
Okay.
and we're in the air right now, right?
So you two are on deck.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a plan, or is Eddie just gonna murder everybody?
Nobody talked to me about what to do during this time, so I am just gonna start.
Same.
I think no one was expecting it, especially Sally. She knows that
expected it.
once
Once a month, yeah.
but
No one expected it because we were
Right.
not.
So-
we didn't know.
Well, I
We
mean,
didn't think
do
it
any
was
of the
that
players
time of the
have-
month.
That's what I.
I'm just gonna start hitting him.
the player, well, Sally's right now inside the cabin, so she has to get out. She has, I don't know, is she even armed? Well, she's probably always armed.
Ooh. I just get.
So we're gonna theater of the mind it, but we're
Yeah.
gonna need
Yep.
to roll initiative.
I'm gonna
Okay.
shout out to the crew to restrain him.
D8 for initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
I rolled a 5.
4 for me.
Sorry.
Damn it, Sally knows that silver and salt. Would she have that in her cabin? She probably does have some silver.
5 for me, please.
You guys all three rolled 5.
I rolled 4.
Right, but these three all rolled 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled
That's
5.
funny.
What's your dex score? Yours? And yours?
Mine's +1.
Okay.
roll up. Roll up again.
D20s.
D20. 13.
Imagine 666.
13.
6.
Okay, so it's gonna go
Me.
teacher Eddie Sally.
There you are. They have to fight to the death to see who is first in initiative.
Is Mock on deck?
Probably. That dude's always
Will be
helping.
in a second.
He always follows Eddie around, right?
Yeah.
Quick cue, and it could just be like a simple like damage die. I'm gonna be using the Elven daggers. Do they have like any special properties?
Are they
that I need to
silver?
know?
+1 to attack. Okay, here's our numbers. Thal is first. He does nothing. He cannot go on deck.
Yeah.
I tell him, you sit your ass down on the silver throne.
Maybe talk to him and say,
You
how
can
can
get
we
him-
figure it out?
If you can get him below deck, I might be able to change and help restrain him.
What if I lure him into the cabin?
If you can, don't get hurt.
All right. I make my way. Pulling out my hurlets.
She's getting
Yes, but I'm getting ready.
Okay. Guess who's in the rigging?
Mock!
Look!
I imagine that you probably talked to Mock about
ready. Yes, I've talked to.
possibility of you going feral.
Yeah. And probably when I told him this, he's probably like, "Oh man, I hope it happens."
Absolutely.
Oh,
And what you hear now from 40 feet above you is a full-on flying body slam coming towards you.
instant action, War Curse, Ill Fate. You have -1 to your roll.
Okay.
You have -2 to hits, damage,
Ooh.
and shock damage.
Wow,
And if
nice.
you miss any of your attacks, you hit yourself for normal damage.
Okay.
Mock misses you and hits the deck right next to you.
Oh, does he crack my floor?
Let's find out. I said 40 feet. Let's do that. There's 2 6s in
Damn.
He cracks my floor. Dang it.
here. he doesn't crack the deck. He loses a few teeth. He is harmed.
Damn.
He's gonna actually be unconscious for a round.
Oh
He just fully jumps up.
no!
Almost gets you, but you're quick like a werewolf, and he hits the deck.
Teacher.
The crew is gonna run.
Right, crew.
Yeah, crew at this point is just running, backing away from Eddie. Teacher, you're up.
All right. I will say I'm probably up in the forecastle part, and you're down on the. I'm about half a ship away.
Forecastle.
Forecastle? Yep. I will assume that I, by a fortunate chance, happen to have my sword and shield on me, and I am just going to charge.
Eddie,
Start charging
Wow.
towards him.
Okay.
Shield first.
copy that.
So now's a great time to ask, what exactly does that shield add to my AC?
+1.
+1. Okay.
Are you going to attack him?
I am going to try to push him off. My first thought is push him off the deck because he'll survive if we get him off.
I need opposed exert checks from you two.
Yep.
Push me-
I'm literally
like push me
charging,
off the
trying
boat?
to push you off the boat.
Don't forget the
-3.
minus
So -3 to my roll.
And I'm
so,
rolling.
strength plus exert for both of you.
Okay,
If you roll equal to or less than 4, your plan goes disastrously wrong.
Thankfully, I don't think that's the case.
Thankfully, you
Well,
want to kill us?
No, well, I don't want to fall off the ship.
Werewolf Eddie.
So, 7.
So close, teacher.
Exact,
So
right?
close.
Not really.
So that -3, that makes me 7.
Okay.
They say you rolled an 8. Do you need coins?
No.
Snake eyes.
I got snake eyes.
Oh.
Does she go unconscious too?
No, I'm gonna say you rush him with your shield.
And literally bounce.
Just bounce the fuck off. He knocks to the side. Eddie Bones.
Okay, so
Wonder if you don't even
The
hit me.
closest
I just.
person to you now is teacher, which means you are required.
she's closest, even closer than the crew.
Yeah, they all backed away and she ran towards you.
Mock's unconscious. Yeah.
You
Here
will
we
fight to
go.
the death against any creature you can find. Mock is also close to you, but teacher probably is closer at this point.
All right, don't worry. I'll probably miss. That's 6 on the die. Plus my 6.
-2.
So that's 11 to hit.
There's no way 11 hits you, right?
That is exactly with my shield. That's my AC. It's a tie.
Did you? Was that with the -2?
That's with the -2.
My AC is only
Roll
11.
damage.
Wow, you're very squishy.
I am very.
So with just to keep this in mind, you don't have ill fate anymore because it lasts until used. But with work cursed, this is a continuous thing. You have -2 to hits, damage, and shock damage.
Okay, -2 damage. So, oops. So that's 9 damage, but -2. So 7 damage.
7 damage? Okay.
And it's a bump.
Well, that's not going to do much to.
She's not biological. It doesn't matter.
I know, but while Eddie's while Eddie's in his feral form, he's pretty much gonna bite every single person. he
Yeah.
sees.
Oh shit.
So,
Okay.
So it's not. Sorry, 7 damage?
Yeah, 7 damage.
None of that is shock, right?
No, shock damage happens if he misses.
Yes,
Okay.
that's a bonus.
All right. That's all right. I take the 7 damage.
Oh, actually, yeah, I forgot. Shock damage happens if you miss. You take 2 shock damage from Mock.
Take any shock damage from me?
No, you didn't attack him.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't, because I have impervious defense.
Copy. Sally, you're up.
So I hear the howling and the screaming and the yelling, and I say, "Pause, stay where you are," and I run up, pulling out my hurlant in one hand and probably my cutlass in the other.
The new cutlass.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
When I feel you coming up, I just say, "Is there a plan for this?"
Wear him down, and I'm like, "Crew, grab the ropes. We'll try to hit him so we could get him out of the moon sight."
Well, are you shooting?
I'm shooting.
Roll it.
Wear him down. That is not what I wanted to hear from you.
19 plus
Nice.
9 is a 28.
Hey.
So, yeah.
Of course, she rolls well against her friends.
Yeah.
She's been waiting for this.
So that is
yeah.
D12.
This is so crazy because she fought her dad.
Combat lighting.
That is a 3 plus 5, 8 points of damage.
Okay. So 8 damage. Nice.
Okay. Corinthian.
Okay. First and foremost, instant action. I'm gonna bring up ill fate again, so you have -3 to your rolls.
Okay.
That's instant action. You just said wear him down.
What she said.
And I yell to the groups to get rope or lasso. Lassos! Ropes!
I am going to do Iteral Pact
and cast Damnation of the Sense, I am going to have you perceive that the main mast is another werewolf, bigger and stronger, and challenging you.
Does he have any kind of
He has a wisdom saving throw.
or a mental save?
Sorry, a mental save.
Okay.
Mental save,
-3.
-3 still. Okay. 19 on the die.
16. So you still pass.
Yep. Sorry.
Good thought, though.
Yeah,
that was,
good
that
thought.
was a good move.
Good thought.
It just didn't
Yeah.
work.
Okay, and that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one action that I got. I am going to, hearing that you said grab rope, take out my new elven daggers that I've tied with ropes. Start swinging that just in preparation for to throw it at him. Having turned on the flitter more candlestick.
Flittermouse. Yeah, you're right.
Foul.
Thal is below decks, hoping he gets a chance to help.
Mock's unconscious.
Mock's going to wake up.
Oh, okay.
He spent the round unconscious.
Okay.
He's going to get up, get to his feet. He's going to take another swing at you. Same number.
No.
No, actually, it's a 9, not a 6.
Okay.
But yeah, he misses you.
Yes, it's
Steve, roll high. Come on, damn it.
Yeah.
All right.
crew.
I would like to yell to the crew.
Oh.
Yes, if it's all right, to shout to try to tangle him up.
Okay.
Do you shout this to us?
Yes.
Thank you.
Throw, and I'll use the correct proper technical terms, but just throw the rigging across. Tangle them up. Throw the ropes.
Copy that.
They're giving it a shot.
Spider web 'em.
Yeah, there are people pulling belaying pins and trying to like run around. I'm gonna roll, Eddie. I'm gonna roll against you. Can I see your sheet for a sec? At least I'm just trying to figure out what to roll. You know what? This is gonna be opposed dex plus exert between you and the crew.
And you only have -2 right now.
Ooh.
They got him.
I got 5, 6, 11, plus my exert, 12, 13.
-3.
You,
Minus
they're
2,
trying to tangle you up, and they just jump right out. And it's teacher now. Yeah.
All right, I have a pitch to you.
Pitch.
So I heard Captain Sally say, "Get him below deck. Get him out of the moonlight."
Yeah.
So
Is that what you said?
She said a lot of things.
yeah, but that's the
I'm
thing
gonna say a lot more after.
that's the thing I pick up on, because to me that makes sense. Like, that's step one, is get him away from the thing that triggered this
Or
stage.
cover them up with rigging. Yep.
So I would like to attempt to trick him into, or not trick him, but entice him into giving chase to me below deck. I would like to argue that this would be a survival check. Something we talked about for my character is that teacher is very specifically created to survive in any situation, wilderness, urban. And one of the things that Survive specifically says is how to handle animals and avoid wild beasts or games. I think if I know how to avoid wild beasts, I also know by default what you shouldn't do to attract wild beasts, and I do it.
Okay. Probably you're already doing the thing that will attract his attention, which is fighting him.
Yeah.
You're the closest person to him other than Mock. You guys are both adjacent. If you want Eddie to chase you more than Mock, you're going to have to be a bigger threat than Mock. That is what you would know with your survival skill. No roll required.
Okay. I will yell to Mock, help me get him below deck. Come with me.
Okay.
And I am going to slash at you with my sword, and I don't even care if it hits or not. I can roll for it. Just
roll to see if
Okay.
you hit him.
Okay, that is going to be a 24 to hit.
Dang. Yeah, that's it.
Or sorry, 23 to hit. But yeah,
Finally,
finally.
2 sessions of this now.
All right.
When your sword makes contact,
I finally hit somebody with my sword, and it's our own guy. Allie and I only hit people when it's our own friendly fire.
yeah, when your sword makes contact with him, before it even cuts him, you feel in a split second of like slowed down time, you feel that the sword is asking you for more power. You have the ability to take a point of system strain in order to activate an extra power on this sword right now.
I do.
Yeah.
Now's the time.
Okay, I'm putting it in your Discord messages.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's
secret,
the full text. I
secret.
am going to read. It's not a secret. I just wanted to have it written. When this weapon harms or even touches a target, the wielder can choose to gain a point of system strain and activate its marking power. For the rest of the scene, the weapon can strike the target as if they were adjacent, regardless of the distance and any intervening cover. They are also perfectly aware of the mark's target location, speech, and physical actions. The mark ends at the end of the scene when a new target is marked or when a marked target gets more than 500 feet away. So you can now hit Eddie with this sword from the other side of the plane, as long as it's within this scene.
I got 2 elven daggers.
Your daggers are awesome.
How much damage?
Laugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do need to roll the damage.
We are gonna roll that.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
damage.
She's had that since she found the shield and unlocked the room.
6 damage.
Okay.
But
so fucking
cool.
No, I'm
She
sorry,
only
5
rolled-
damage.
She only ever rolled 1 attack on Sal, and it
Yeah.
missed.
Yeah.
And then when she attacked Eddie the first turn, she didn't use the sword.
Where's the loot? Where's the loot?
I grab Mock and I say, "We must lure him below death to save him. Come!" And for the scene purposes, I'm going to run and drag Mock with me.
I think Mock doesn't understand lure. But he does understand that you need to get him below deck, so Mock's going to try and shove Eddie below deck.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Why not?
It's my turn. Who's the closest?
At this point, Mock, because teacher ran.
Yeah.
Mock's the closest.
But yeah, it's up to you. The text doesn't require you to attack the closest, just that anyone you find. So it's up to you whether Eddie would attack the target that's standing and fighting, or the target that looks more like prey right now, and also just hit you.
Did Sally hit me?
No,
I
teacher.
did- I
Well,
hit-
Sally shot you, but I don't know in
Far
your
away.
feral mind if you would know
Yeah.
that the gun was it. She just stabbed you.
And you're on deck too? Do
I'm
I
on
see
deck. I'm where the wheel is, so I'm kind of watching things below, about to head down.
I think Eddie would probably, in his feral form, probably hit the last person that hit him. Or try to hit the last person. So I'm going to try to hit teacher.
Do it.
Oh, good. I got 2.
-2.
Huzzah.
Wait. Okay.
He already missed. He can't miss more. Oh, well, yeah, -4.
If-
It's 4 or less, yeah.
Yeah, if they miss, they hit themselves for normal damage.
Whoa.
And because it's less than 4, your plan goes disastrously wrong. I don't know what that means.
That is ill
About that,
fate.
But the normal damage part, when you hit yourself, basically the ropes that they were trying to trip you with, in your haste to grab the person who just stabbed you, you trip up over a rope that's just lying on the ground at this point, and you end up stabbing yourself with your own claws.
Okay.
So that's the damage.
So 6.
Okay.
Mhm.
And goes disastrously wrong.
Mhm.
It's gonna.
plan.
Yeah, he doesn't have a plan. Well,
Yeah, I
My
don't-
plan is
kill
to
him.
kill
I
it.
don't have a plan.
Does he
I
just
would-
lose like a round or?
No, I'm gonna say you get to make another mental save against your condition, because when you fall and do that damage to yourself, you land on your silver bracelet.
Ooh,
And
okay.
you sort of enter like a shaded part because of the mast and the rigging,
Good.
where the moonlight isn't touching you as much.
Good.
So you get to make an extra mental save right now.
14.
14, that passes.
Yep.
Eddie, you are still in werewolf form, but you suddenly get yourself under control. And you know that you need to get out of the moonlight.
Is this something that we need to do to better him? Like,
You got 1 round to get below deck.
Is there any, on a ship, don't they have like, what do you call those windows that look up?
Skylights? Like, oh, I know what you
Yeah,
mean. Yeah,
it's
where
like
they
that.
have.
There's a grate you can open and drop down
Yeah.
into the hold.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull one of those grates off and try to get.
Eddie, you good? What's the issue?
And try to drop down.
Yeah, and you drop down to the next deck. Wham! And you're right in front of Sal One Eye.
Hey.
Okay.
Wolfs out and grabs you like that.
That's it. I didn't kill anybody. Did I?
I don't know. I was waiting for you to come down.
Yeah, I said, hope I did. And then I try to close my eyes.
Yeah. Well done, everybody.
Are we out of initiative?
Out of initiative.
I rush in like daggers at the ready.
Sal's just holding me. Yeah.
And I heard that whole thing because you're still marked. So
Yo-
I heard, just for clarity on my new sword ability, so I can hear what Eddie just said to Sal. Could I hear what Sal said to Eddie if I wasn't physically close enough to do it?
Probably not, but I mean, it doesn't matter.
I hear Eddie say,
You
did I
get what
kill
Eddie said.
anybody?
Yeah.
What exactly is protocol here for the werewolves, the werewolf folk?
We do have a protocol, but we weren't expecting them to be affected by all 4 moods. Typically, Eddie's only affected by, I'm not sure which mood, the crone, the maiden.
Crone is the big one?
The biggest one was the crone, yeah.
Typically, he's only affected by the crone. We're going to have to rethink
Hold
this.
on. Did you just say he was normally not affected by our full moons, correct?
That's correct.
Huh. I wonder if this has anything to do with the conversation that we had a couple nights ago.
Are you coming down below decks?
Yeah.
Okay. Sal will explain to you guys that he was always affected by all. And that probably what happened is Eddie's curse just got worse when he bit Sal.
Eddie, instead of re-siring and sire, you became a more werewolfy.
I say.
You're a double werewolf.
And I say, well, I guess it's double bone time.
My God.
This is when a double werewolf backfires.
Do I know anything about werewolves to know, like, if there's any ritual or thing that, like, helps to keep them from turning during a full moon?
Not at
I
all.
reach from inside my robes and pull out that lute that we tried to play to calm Sal down. I've still been holding this whole time.
I forgot about that.
Teacher, if you're not going to play it, then I fucking will. No, wait, hold on. I don't like this.
And then I strum, and it goes out of tune.
Immediately wrong.
How about
And
Green Gertie?
It turns me feral again.
do you play an instrument?
There's somebody on the ship that does.
I play a mean saw.
There's somebody on the ship that does. That, like,
There was someone that played.
Harmonica.
It was Anna.
no. That liked Annan because he was playing. They were playing the harmonica.
Yeah.
So they had a band.
I think it was the cook at the time.
Give it to the fucking cook.
He might be dead. I'll look it up.
All right.
I it's in my notes somewhere.
There's 500 people on this ship.
As-
One of them must be able to play a stringed instrument.
As we wrap up tonight, let me do one more music change here. Sally One Eye, once Eddie and Sal are secured with salt circles and silver, you are finally able to go to bed.
Wow, that's
But
a
before
crazy day.
I need a drink.
before you sleep, just as you are beginning to lose your grip on consciousness, there is a vibration in the air in your room. And as you open your eyes, you try to focus on it, and it's just something wrong with like space and time right in front of you. And then a rotting, dead hand covered in slime comes out. It almost gets pulled away by an unseen force, and then another hand, he splits it apart. And that undead squid face pops in, and he says, Sully, you have to get Asarius. And then he gets pulled back, and then he returns. They turned on us.
Oh.
And I reach out. I try to reach out.
Rock and sailing.
What?
And then he gets pulled back, and the thing shuts, and that's where we're ending for the night. One in December.
Oh no!
Oh
Night,
my
everybody.
god!
And